These functions that we're in, they're advocacy functions. They really are about engaging people, engaging communities, and magnifying and growing results. And so we end up so many times describing our work as defense versus offense, and it loses the potency of what we're really achieving as collaborators, builders of digital systems, and foundational strategic advisors to the companies.
I know in our business, our CCO also serves as a counselor. And very much deliberate, that holds that understanding of kind of the conscience of our organization, but also how our stakeholders, both internally and external, will interpret that. So when the decision is made, who's telling whomever is making that decision that these are the consequences and this is the speed in which it happens? You have to be very much the vanguards of your reputation. And if the CCO isn't doing that, then who's doing that?
I try and measure everything. If we can't measure the results and the outcomes rather than just the activities, it's highly unlikely we will engage. We're bridges between ourselves and the people we interact with every day in the C-suite, the external audiences, the internal audiences, the third parties, the media, but we can't be effective unless we're speaking to them in their language, and that's how we gain credibility and move forward.
I think partnering with the communications function could be so powerful because communicators can ask the right question, they're able to listen and take really complex ideas and synthesize them in ways that are easy for people to understand and easy for people to understand from different backgrounds, and then also pull all of the different perspectives, whether it be legal, technology, finance, all those things, into a cohesive communication strategy that helps us all understand how much we actually agree and how much we really want to move the business forward.
If you really want to be able to do that, you have to be able to show the value that you bring to the bottom line of the business, and I think CCOs have a great opportunity to do that, and when you do that, then you can impact the values, you can impact the culture, you can impact the purpose.
I think the aspirations of the CEO have changed, and they are wise enough to see the environment. So 20 years ago, the communication function, in my opinion, was essentially administrative. There was the script for the annual meeting, the script for the press, for the earnings release, the talking points for a plant opening, and it was almost like a Pez dispenser. You gave it to the CEO, and they used it. Today, they are requiring or seeking shaping. Their enlightened self-interest as executives is to be effective, multi-layered communicators. And so I actually think the environment has created has certainly magnified the credibility of this function.
Corporate communications officers live in a world of work streams, work that continues consistently, and it isn't as easily defined or put into like, you know, here's what we're going to do in phase 1, 2, 3. You do that for sure and do it well, but it's not to the level of detail that IT does. As CCOs are needing to build these systems, understanding how to plug into the resources within the organization, what that process is, what you need to bring to the table, how you need to document your requirements, all those kinds of, and how do you, there's a whole political thing, right, about how do you get your project above the line versus below the line, and CIOs know that, and if you can tap into your CIO to help you get your stuff funded and pushed above the line, it would be amazing, the coming together that could take place.